Hello, this is Mark Sonmoser. Got a brief presentation for you over the uh, temporary setup for the hazmat shower outside of the ambulance garage. Facilities is run a hose outside by the job box that's sitting out there. That main job box still has the pappers, filters, hoods, and suits. The boots and gloves are in the same green cabinet that they were in before, but that green cabinet is now in that gray storage unit out in the lot. To actually turn the water on, you have to go into the corner inside the garage that's it's in that space just to the left of the existing shower, which is now being used as a clean supply area. So you actually have to walk back there. There's kind of a new electrical service box. And then when you look back beyond that, you'll actually see the water valve on the wall. There's only one valve that you need to turn on, and in this picture, it's actually circled. And once you turn that valve on, it actually starts water running out the hose that's on the outside. So you may want to have that hose hooked up to the shower before you get it turned on, because otherwise you're just going to have water spraying all over. The shower's in that gray storage container. The key is on the code pink key ring. We added a key. It's a nice, bright, shiny key. And when you pull that code pink key ring out, it'll be there. It actually is attached to this box on the outside of the storage container, and there's instructions there, and they're not too difficult to follow. When you turn the key, there's a pin that pulls out, and when the pin's pulled out to the right, then you can pull this handle down, and that opens that right side door. When you open the right side door, you'll see this shower unit, which is actually pre-assembled in there. It's this blue tarp affair. And you could probably get it out the right side door, but it'll be easier if you actually open the left side door as well. And there's these handles which, if you've ever messed with a storage unit or with a semi-trailer or a number of other things like that, they have these handles that kind of pull out, and then the door opens. The shower's pipe frame, it doesn't really weigh a whole lot, but it's kind of bulky and clumsy. Definitely easier to move with two people. What you're going to want to do is take it out and place it near where that hose is at, so you can hook the hose up. If you look inside the shower and the tarps just, fold apart, you can look in there and you can see this hose fitting in there. Now everything when you is kind of finger tight on the hose fittings, so you'll want to snug it up pretty good so you don't necessarily have water running all over the place. There's a spray wand which is already attached to the hose thing. There's these orange valves you can see in this picture, which right now they're letting water flow throughout the pipe frame. Um, that's probably the way you want it. There's also some other nozzles that are built into it to act as a shower. Accessories, there are several of those kind of privacy um things that facilities built for us, where they've got tarps stretched over of them, and you can get those out and basically put them around the shower so that the person has some privacy while you're going through all this. There's also, you can see this another picture of this kind of blue tarp that's in an aluminum frame. It simply folds out, and it's a basically it's a catch basin or a water basin, and it's a lot bigger than the shower unit itself, so the shower will easily fit inside of it. Again, these things are not real heavy. It's just going to be a lot easier if two people move them instead of one. The water temperature, as always, has to be adjusted from inside the garage. There's that little mixer handle there. So somebody's going to have to be on the inside of the garage to kind of work the water controls. When you get done, the clean up the shower, it should be allowed to dry out pretty well. And then it can go back into that along with the privacy tarps and everything else can go back inside the container again. Uh, what I found out is that when you close the doors, you have to close the left side door first. The handle, there's two handles on it, which latch it or open it up. The one that's actually closest to the edge of the door, you have to close it first. And this is one of these things that until you actually do it, you won't understand what I'm talking about. But if you try to close the one that's farthest away from the door edge, it you'll never get the door closed, is what it amounts to. And then you go ahead and close the right side door, and the keys go back in the Pyxis. So this is one of these things you probably, until you actually do it once, it won't make sense. I do have a hazmat class coming up this next Tuesday in the afternoon. So if you have time and are available for that, I advise you to show up for that. If not, I was also going to try to do it. EDLC has a meeting Wednesday morning. I was going to try to see if anybody wanted to kind of walk out there and we'd run through it real quick then. At any rate, give me a call if you got any questions. Thanks.